Hey, what's going on, Chiefs fans? This is Forever 91, aka KRDK, and finally coming at you with a brand new video. Hopefully, sorry about the hiatus. Just been really at a loss of what videos I'm wanting to make. Expect hopefully some draft stuff coming out in the coming months. But today, I'm going to be discussing the top 5 games of the Chiefs 2018-2019 season. As always, if you guys enjoy, make sure you drop a like. Make sure you check out arrowheadguys.com. Follow me on Twitter at Forever91. So this list will be 5 of, in my personal opinion, the 5 best Chiefs games of the season, from 5 to 1. Again, in my opinion, I did get a little bit of help, so there's no real criteria. If I'm just looking at the best games that the Chiefs had. And yes, there's actually, and I'm going to, spoiler alert, there's 2 losses on this. Pretty sure you guys can figure out. So, coming in at number 5 is, of course, the AFC Championship game. Lost to the Patriots. This made the list at number 5 because, quite frankly, it showed how, for one, showed how bad the Chiefs' defense was more than anything, despite the fact that they had a really good game the week before, and really the week 2 weeks before that when they beat the crap out of Oakland. But, well, anyway, they did, the Chiefs got off to a bad start on all fronts. I get it. The Chiefs' offense should have scored, but they shouldn't have to score every possession, and as they more or less had to because defense couldn't get off the field. I mean, when the Patriots started the game out with an 8-minute drive, I knew how that game was going to go. You go for a quick 3 and out, get the offense on the field. The offense kind of got lulled a little bit. They didn't have a good first half, but in the second half, well, the Chiefs offense did what the Chiefs offense does best, and that's put up a shit ton of points. Managed to come back, and the Chiefs had the lead. Of course, the Patriots had the ball last, and the Chiefs were 6 inches away from going to the Super Bowl for the first time in almost 50 years. But D Ford was 6 inches across the line. We all know what happened after that. It was a disappointing loss, but the fact that I'm 28 years old, so the Chiefs made one AFC Championship game, but this is the one where I can actually say, you know what, I remember. Oh yeah. So coming in at number 4, this was a very, very hotly debated subject. I had 2 games in this spot, potentially. So I'm going to go with, at number 4, I'm going to go in at number 4 here with the Week 17 matchup against the Raiders. Now, this could have gone any which way possible, but I chose this game above another game that will actually be coming up. That's actually on this list. I changed the list around quite a bit. This game was just an all-around ass-kicking against the Oakland Raiders. This was a game that the Chiefs needed. Offense didn't play as hot, but the defense actually took over the game, which was good to see. And the reason why it makes this list over another game is because this game was one that the Chiefs needed. They needed to show that they can win games in other ways. This game should have been a lot closer, but, well, Derek Carr just seems to freeze up at Arrowhead. I got nothing. So, defense had its best game of the season by far. And, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. The offense didn't play very well. Again, although the Chiefs, the funny thing is about the Chiefs season is they had a game. They they didn't have a single game since the Buffalo game previous season where they scored less than 26 points. Yeah, just let that sink in. Defense stepped up as they should have, and they played a really good game. I am not gonna sugarcoat that in the least. Oakland really didn't do much of anything. The game should have been a lot closer, but Derek Carr just seems to crap the bed when he plays Arrowhead for some reason. Why? I got no clue, but the Chiefs are better from it. Coming in at number 3 is the Pittsburgh Steelers game. Okay, I lied. The game I was talking about didn't wind up making this list. I lied to you. Oh well. Get used to it. This is the game. We finally got that Steelers-sized monkey off our back. Mahomes played. This was the game where Patrick Mahomes was legit. This is also a game very personal to me because after the game was over a couple short hours, I admitted myself into a mental hospital because of some things that I don't feel comfortable getting into. But this was the game where you kind of figured Patrick Mahomes was going to be something else. Yeah, it was only the second game of the season, but Mahomes took over this game. He put the Chiefs offense on his back. He threw 6 TDs, folks. Yes, 6 TDs in only his 3rd game as a starter. Yeah, there's nothing really else to say about this. Defense insisted on. This is also the game where you knew the defense was going to be absolutely horrendous this season. It makes number 3 because these other 2 games are just better. Again, the game I left off and I'll go into honorable mentions afterwards. I'll go into honorable mentions after this next one. But coming in at number 2 is the AFC divisional game against the Colts. Yes. At this point, I think we all know what number 1 is going to be. If this game was number 2, these are really 1A and 1B. But I had to put this game up below the other one just because of how fantastic the other game was, even though it was a losing effort. Spoiler alert! This was a monkey that the Chiefs desperately needed to get off their back. Yeah, we stomped the Colts into oblivion, a team that historically has given the Chiefs a giant pain in the rear end, and weird things just tend to happen in the playoffs whenever we play the Colts. And it's the first AFC divisional game the Chiefs have won in a while, 25 years. This is also the first playoff game the Chiefs have won in Arrowhead in a long time. It was a good game. It was a good game by the defense. Offense played good. Weird things happened that game that don't normally happen for the Chiefs. For one, there was no late game heroics, even though it looked like it. Adam Vinatieri missed a field goal. Yes, he missed a field goal. He missed a chip shot at that. I couldn't believe it. That's when you kind of figured things were going to happen. He missed a field goal and he missed an extra point. Again, it's Adam Vinatieri. Remember, there was a first ballot Hall of Famer at kicker. It's him. He's one of my favorite players. He's going to, and I felt bad with, of course, that during that game, Charles Woodson had the tweet of the night where he said, "Now you miss a kick in the snow." Raider. That goes back to the infamous Tuck Rule game. So, the reason why this game made number 2 was because it was kind of a one-sided effort by the Chiefs. Not that, again, those games aren't bad, but it just wasn't as over-the-top spectacular as the game at our number 1 spot. But first, we've got a couple of honorable mentions. The the loss at New England didn't make the list because, again, it was a good game. It was definitely a good game, but it just didn't. It just didn't have the stuff that the other one had. Partially because you're playing the Patriots at Gillette. I mean, come on now. They're unbeatable there. Mind you, the Chiefs did it, a couple seasons ago, but I digress. The other game that didn't make the list was the Week 1 Chargers game. That would have been at number 4, but it just barely missed out on the list. Again, it was a great game all around, but these other games didn't make it. I mean, these other games I felt were better. And if I were to swap it out, it would have been with the Oakland game, which I've had people tell me that you should go with the Oakland game. But coming in, so there's that. The 49ers game was okay. Cardinals game where, he broke the Chiefs, where Mahomes beat the Chiefs' passing TD record. That was a great. The game wasn't all that good because, well, I mean, the Chiefs could have easily lost that game, but whatever. So, coming in at number 1 is, of course, the Week 11 game against the Rams. Oh, it's weird to see a loss coming in at number 1, but, I mean, come on, the game was. If you are a fan of football, you love this game. It had everything. It had a shit ton of offense. It even had good defense, believe it or not, despite the fact that both teams put up over 50. But 21 points, at least 21 points were caused by defensive turnovers. Didn't really have any great special teams plays, but this game is arguably the game of the year for the 2018-2019 NFL season. Make no mistake about that. So it had to have been. This was the game. It put the fear of God in fans. Like, oh, here we go again with the offense. Here we've got two teams. By all means, two teams. They should be in the Super Bowl. Mind you, one of them is, but I digress. The Chiefs really should be. This game, it was a great game all around. If you were a football fan, you love this, unless you like, low-scoring games and whatever. So, yeah, it was a loss, but it was the most exciting game of the NFL season. So I had to put it at number 1. Again, this and the Colts game were 1A and 1B. But when I'm thinking about all-time great games that will go down in the annals of NFL history, the Rams-Chiefs game, plus all the drama leading up to it, I had to go with that. So hopefully you guys enjoy the list. If you guys agree or disagree, well, it's, we could debate about it. So, hey, make sure you subscribe, make sure you leave a like, make sure you check out arrowheadguys.com. Link will be in the description below. I am the Forever Ranger, but hey, what do I know? I'm just an Arrowhead guy. You guys take care, have a great rest of your weekend, and, well, may a giant meteor of death strike upon the on Atlanta and may both teams lose. Bye-bye.